Hey guys, what's up? This is Gimli1357 here, and I'm doing a video in Sonic Adventure 2, the new Xbox Live Arcade game that just came out, which is a remake, of course, from Sonic Adventure 2, which was on the Sega Genesis, and then Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which was on the GameCube. So this is going to be a review walkthrough kind of showing what it's like. If you've never played Sonic Adventure 2, showing you what it's like. If you have played it, showing you what the changes are, basically. Which aren't really too many, but that's good because Sonic Adventure 2 is my all-time favorite. Okay, so starting off, we have achievements, which obviously are new. So you can see the basic, like, clear hero side, dark side, beat the bosses, get A ranks, and everything. That achievement is going to be tough. Beating the last level, winning an expert race. There's the getting A rank and all of them. That's going to be tough. I doubt I'm going to do a guide. Maybe I'll do a guide. I won't say doubt, but I might. I don't know. Right now in downloadable content, there is nothing. As of yet, if you're watching this, I would check because it's probably out. But that is going to be the Battle Pack in the future, which will make it like the GameCube version, which was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which adds Chow boxing and adds new characters for racing and stuff. So going into the campaign, starting on the hero side, I'm going to show you, if you've never played it, what it's like. I skipped the cutscene, like, just in case you never have played this, so you can get the full experience when you actually do play it, if you want to buy it. So you can see you start out skateboarding on a part of a helicopter rolling down a road. Or I guess I say skating down a road, or sliding, grinding, whatever. And, yep, smash taxis, because that somehow is not evil. Smashing a driving taxi, but that's okay. Anyway, so you can jump up these and push B, and you do cool little moves. Depending on how fast you're going, you get more points, and you do cooler moves. I usually don't hit those, which I'm surprised I did there. And there's a bad guy, and got him. So we're going to grab the rings, and we're going to run up the wall, and yeah, I missed that. Yeah, by the way, I played this game like crazy on the GameCube, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I haven't played it in I don't know how long. It's been a long time since I've played it, so I'm a tad rusty. But it's going fairly well. I mean, I'm doing better. Normally I don't make that jump there, or this jump there, or that jump there. I don't think I've ever made that last one. I think that was actually the first time I ever made that last one, which I was glad I was recording. And then I was not glad that I was recording that. Yeah. I'm not the great, and that right there was, he should have been, yeah. And there I missed the ramp, but it's okay, because Sonic is cool enough to fix, and I ran into a wall. And he is cool enough to fix whatever I mess up, so we're good. So we're just going to continue along and ignore everything that has just happened. We're going to go on that, and we're going to grind down the thingy, and go sideways to defy gravity, and slow down really, really slow before we actually go up here. And we see the goal thingy, and then I accidentally hit the bumpers. I didn't want to hit those, because and I got shot. If you saw that little blue crate up there, that is a Chow key, I think is what it's called. I'm pretty sure you pronounce the Chow. Because I don't know. Yeah, because they call him Oma Chow or whatever, that other one, the robot one that flies around and tells you he's like the tutorial dude who is got helpful. So yeah, I come up here and I'm like, there, break it, and I get my key. Yay! So we can go to the Chow Garden afterwards. Which, if you've played this, you know the Chow Garden. I'm terrible at this, but you know the Chow Garden, and the Chow Garden, man, that's like the best. I think that's like the best part of this whole game. It's the Chow Garden. I don't know why, at least to me. Maybe you guys like I love Sonic. I love doing the racing and stuff. Chow Garden. I don't know what is. I don't know why, but I love the Chow Garden. That's why I was so excited when I saw Sonic Adventure 2 coming to Xbox Live Arcade. I was like, yay! And there's another box right here, which had some animals in it, which I did not pick up. You can use those for your Chow, just like those little colored vial thingies I'm using to upgrade them. I personally don't usually pick up the animals because I like to keep my Chow kind of looking normal, because the vials just upgrade his skills, but the animals actually change his look. Some of my Chow I give animals, which I'll show you, but my main Chow, I like to just keep him default looking, so he doesn't really change. And so we go through here, and there's the big bad truck just smashing every single thing with the big gun on the front of it. It says gun. Which, is there actually a part of, like, the police or military or anything called gun? If there is, that's cool. I want to be part of gun. I know it's a game. And it's in here on a truck. So anyway, we're rolling down the hill, or running down the hill. He's rolling down, and he's rolling into a building, smashing, and we get to the goal. So you can see here, I did pretty awesome. That's right, I got an awesome time bonus, and I got a B. Yeah, I was not as happy about the B. But I got it achievable, so that made me happy again. I got, hello world, hello rookie, welcome to the Sonic world. So that'll probably be your first achievement that you'll get in this. Also, when you go to the Chow Garden, you will be asked yet again to create new save data, because the Chow Garden and the rest of your progress throughout the game are saved separately. I don't really know why. I mean, I guess it's convenient if you want to delete just your Chow and start over or something, but you want to keep your... I don't know. But as you can see, you'll come into the Chow Garden and you'll find an egg. And you can set it back down, because the egg will pretty much not do anything for a little while. So here I was running around, then I kind of crossfaded over because it took a long time. I was in this for a very, very long time, so I did a lot of cuts. But there was another egg I saw, and I don't know if that's normal. I don't ever remember finding 2 eggs in the garden. But I did. So, up here, this machine used to be where you could plug in your Game Boy, and you could sync with your Game Boy and put your Chow on there. But now, all it is goodbye, which the goodbye thing is basically if your Chow Garden gets too filled up, because you can only have so many Chow in it, and you want to have a new one, you can put your Chow in there and say goodbye, and he will leave you forever. I don't think I've ever... I think I did it once, and then I quit without saving so I could have my Chow back, because I can't stand to let one of those cute little things go bye-bye. Don't those things look like Yoshi eggs, though? They do, kind of. And you can kind of shake them around, do dance, yeah. So I was coming up here to look at the waterfall again, and they still have the little invisible wall up there. And while I was up here, now Mr. Chow Chow decides to hatch. So there is the little Chow baby who has a heart on his head. He just looks so adorable with his big eyes. Okay, so yeah, you could pick up vials and you can give it to him. As you can see there, his power went up by 2. Now I pick up this one, it's a different one. It gives him 2 swim. And I pick up this one, it gives him 3 power. Different colored ones. Red ones give him power, yellow gives him swim, and I think purple gives him fly? Yeah, yellow gives him swim. I don't remember what green gives him. I think green gives him run. And then to give him stamina, you give him food. So he was a hungry little baby. And then I realized other little baby hatched. So I needed to get him some food. Yummy food for the little babies. So you can shake the tree by pushing B and grabbing onto it and shaking it, and then you can get the little food and you can give it to the other little baby who will immediately throw it over his head because he's full. Then you can go back to this guy and give him more food because he's happy. I believe this one, yes, this one is the one with the healthy appetite. As you can see, he just, yum, he's so hungry, he just wants to eat everything. And so I shake him. Because he's a baby Chow. And then I set him back down, and I say bye. So, when you leave the Chow Garden, if you came here from a mission, you will immediately go back into the campaign to the next mission. There is another way to get here, which is from Stage Select, which if you do that, when you go back in the door, you'll go back to that main room with the little circle thingy in the middle, which I'll show you that a little bit later. You can see here, I was fighting a boss. This is immediately after the first level. You will fight Bigfoot. Found him, Sasquatch. I call like all the photos copyright, trademark, and whatever. You can't take pictures of Bigfoot anymore because of me. And I got hurt from that. I hurt him, but I got hurt. So yeah, you have to like jump up on the crates and hit him. And this is kind of a guide if you're like new to this, and so you can just know what's going on. So yeah, the first one, he's pretty easy. He only takes 4 hits, but yeah, I didn't get that hit there. But this one, I go pow, and he dead. Yeah, 46.77 seconds. 7-7 with 6 rings. Okay, so then I cut to this part of the cutscene. There was a bit more before this. I was trying to avoid, like, spoiler if you haven't played this yet, and, trying to make the video a little shorter because it's already, like, a half hour long. So I came here, and, yeah, this part, just to show you what's going on. For this next part, you can see Eggman's, like, taking it, and Knuckles was like, no, and then he's like, farewell, Knucklehead, and then Knuckles like, no, not if I can help it, and then Halo Freak gets online. That's what Rogue says. Halo Freak 2550 is online. Rogue says that part. And then there's she grabs Knuckles and then shakes him, and then he falls over. And then you're Knuckles, and then it's time for... There was actually more to the cutscene. I just didn't want to... Yeah. So then you're Knuckles, and you have to go find shards of the Chaos Emerald because they shattered into a billion pieces all over... Actually, I don't think it's a billion, but it's like... Actually, I think it was only like 20. It looked like it broke into a billion, but... I think there's only like 20 pieces total that you find in this. Maybe he finds more when you're not playing, When you're playing as Sonic, he's like AI modding and just running all over the place. So anyway, you have to go find them. As you can see at the bottom, you have to find 3 shards. At the bottom, I have little markers. 2 of them are faded out to the right, and the one on the left is gray, but it's still there. So, yeah, you can... That's an indicator. We'll get more to that later. Those little computer screens you see, if you can't find any shards, if you're getting really, really confused, you can, like, go up to the computer, and it'll tell you a hint. It'll give you a hint as to where to find it. I think you can only use 3 hints during the whole thing, and you lose points if you use hints. You can see it's not over here, so the only other place I could think of to check was over here. So as I start flying over, sure enough, it starts blinking green, then it starts blinking yellow, and it keeps blinking yellow, then it starts blinking red, and then it starts blinking red, and then he shoots at me, and then I fly over here, and I'm trying to get over here, and when you see the little exclamation point, and I got it, and you see the exclamation point, that means you're like right there. That means like Knuckles could reach out and grab it by himself. That's how close you are if it's like the exclamation point. So yeah, you have to go and find them, and as you get closer, it'll turn different colors, eventually red, which means you're close, and then the exclamation point means you're right there. So you can see here's another Chow key. Need that so I can go to the Chow Garden and give him that one little tiger I found. There was another computer there. There's computers all over this thing, and there's the emerald. Somehow I got a perfect out of that. I don't know how, because I was like wandering around that area, not finding it, and then somehow it gave me a perfect for it, so I was kind of happy. But anyway, on computers, yeah, I think you can only use 3. I'm pretty sure. I don't use any in this, but I believe it's 3, and you do lose points, so if you're going for like A rank for that, I wouldn't suggest using it. I actually don't know how that fan doesn't like cut Knuckles in half. That's kind of weird. So you can see I was up there and I was like, oh, it's not green, it's red. Oh, there, it's right there. It was just right there at the bottom the whole time. So it was really actually pretty easy to find that one, but I didn't find it very quickly. The faster you find it, the more score you'll get, and you won't get a B if you do it better than that. If you do it worse, you'll get a C, and then a D, and then an E. I think an E is actually, is there? I don't know if there is an F in this. I can't remember. I think I might have gotten an F once. Anyway, so after this, now I'm back at Chow World, in the Chow lobby, and the Chow Garden. Chow World, Chow lobby, Chow Garden, Chow. So I'm looking around for the little baby. I did not want that one because he has a frown. I call him Mr. Angry Face. So, Mr. Angry Face, he's going to be evil. So, that's the thing, is if you, like, train them with good characters, they, like, get all white, and then you unlock, like, a really beautiful garden that's, like, heaven. And then, if you train them with the evil ones, the Chow turns, like, really evil looking. He gets a spiky ball above his head, and then you unlock a garden that has like blood water in it. Yeah, it's actually, I think it is blood. It's red water, so that's what it looks like. Anyway, so now we're going on to Tails, who is always in his robotic thing except when you are in the garden, along with Eggman. He is always in his robot thingy except when he's in the garden, which I think is the only time in any Sonic game when he's not in some type of machine cheating like crazy. So you can see it's pretty easy to beat him, yet I still lost my rings. But it's just X or B. Both of them do the same thing. You can just shoot. I was rapid pushing it because, like I said, it's been a while since I played this, and I couldn't really remember. See here, I'm like shooting one at a time by just aiming. And then I remember this little guy told me, he's like, hold down B to lock on, release it to fire homing. And it was like, oh, that's right. You hold it down, you aim at all the enemies, then you let go, and it shoots a bunch of missiles. You kill a bunch at once, and you get more points. Also, when you're Tails, you will get a ton of these little Chow vial thingies. They're those tiny little tube thingy color things that upgrade your... They're everywhere, because when you're in the giant robot thing, they tend to throw more enemies at you, since you can shoot a bunch of enemies at once, and you get a ton of those, because every enemy you kill gives you one. So you can see I'm already almost filled up, and I'm at the beginning of the level. So, yeah, you'll find a lot of these things, and after it fills up, you can only hold so many. Once it fills up, it'll start pushing the first things you grabbed out of your inventory when you pick up new stuff. So, be careful about that. If you have, like, a really rare animal, you don't really want to pick those up, because you'll lose that really rare animal. You want to kind of avoid them. As you can see, continuing through, blasting away. Tails is actually, like, really fun to play as because he has this giant robot thing, except when they fly in your face like that. But he's got the giant robot thing. It just is, it's really cool to just shoot everything that you possibly could. It's really entertaining, so, except when they shoot you in the face like that. So, yeah, blowing up a bunch of different robots and just moving quite a lot. That guy jumps down, I can't even see him, but I still MLG shot him. And I found a Chow key while I was at it. I was like, yeah, Chow! Because Chow are awesome. Except for Omi Chow, he gets annoying. With he's just annoying. I like in this one, you can, like, hit him, and he, like, gets stunned, and then he's like, why would you do that to me? And you're just like, because I don't like you. So, as you go along here, you blow up the barrel thingy by shooting it, and then you'll go up an elevator. Moving on up to the city. I don't know how that goes. But, you can see there I locked onto 2, and I got a good. If you lock onto 2, you get a good, and you get a bonus of 100 points. Here, I locked onto 4 of them, and I get a great, which is 300 points. The more you lock on, the more points you get. The more points you get, the better rank you'll have at the end. Better rank at the end thingy, then you're more likely to get achievable. So we're blowing up all the other flyy thingies, and we're moving along up here. Because if you go on the elevator, you get a bubble and a ring thing. Rhyme. So you move up the next elevator, and then the next elevator. I love these elevator thingies. They're cool. And then you move into here. Most of the doors will stay locked until you kill some specific enemy and or enemies. Like those two over there had to be killed before you could move through that door. But enough about that. Moving along. Moving on up, and that little guy there who I almost fell off trying to shoot, that little one that was like really bright colored and then he disappeared, if you shoot him, you get like bonus points because he's in every mission, I think, no matter what. Like if you're Sonic or Knuckles or anybody, I think he's always there in every mission, but he, like, once you see him, like once you get to the part he's at, he's only there for like 3 seconds, and you have to hurry up and destroy him to get some bonus points. Yeah. So I'm moving along here, shooting all the giant robots, trying to go as quick as I can, because also the faster you go, the more points you'll get, obviously, as with every Sonic game. And I don't know what I was doing there. I don't know why I ran into the middle of everybody. But I was coming up here, and I, like, jumped on this thing, and I was like, oh, wait, no, I want to be on that other one. I was like, wait a minute. After I come up here, I was like, wait a minute. No, I did want to be on that first one because that door's not opening. Why is the door not opening? I need to go up here. And then the camera pulls back and, yep, there's a little guy in the corner. So then you'll move right along in here to the next part, which is at the end, and you'll get 6 if you're able to, and you could possibly get 7, except I fired a little early and didn't get that guy. There's a guy up in the top right, which I don't get him. You can see him there, and then like right there. And you can see him at the end. You can just see him floating there, taunting. Anyway, so you can get a bunch of points for doing all that. And so after that, I get a C. Yeah. I got a C. But I still get my emblems, which makes me happy. Because every level you complete, you get an emblem. If you beat it 5 times, you get 5 emblems. You get up to 5 emblems per world, and then you get an emblem for beating it with an A in any of those turns. So you can see Tails in the garden thingy. He can fly, because he's on foot. So is Dr. Eggman. Eggman. That's so cool, Eggman. Like Mega Man, Eggman. So back in the Chow Garden, I go and find my little cute, fuzzy, wuzzy Chao, and I come over here and I give him a tiger, because that's what every baby should have, is a baby tiger to go along with him. And then give him a giant monkey that's going to punch him in the head. That's good for babies, right? And then you give him the purple thingy, and then another purple, and then I fade out because it took a long time, and run with him out. Oh, wait, I forgot. I didn't go here with level select, so you cannot take your Chao out of the garden yet. So, after I went back in there, I did leave. And I decided to show you real quick that 2-player is local 2-player. Not online 2-player. So, sorry about that. Even though I'm not the one who made the game. So you can go to stage select, however. And you can go to the Chow Garden. And other places. Not as exciting. But the Chow Garden! And other places. But the Chow Garden. And then the Chow Garden. And then that place. And then that place. And then Chow Garden. And come on, when did I pick the Chow Garden? Okay, there we go. Okay, and then you can choose who you want to be there as well. So you can choose what your favorite character is. Obviously, I'm going to be Sonic in the Chow Garden. So I go into here. And I'm looking around. I don't have any vials since I didn't do a mission this time. He's all the way up here on the waterfall, just having a fun time. So I'm going to take him out of here. Because when you're in level select, you can actually go back into this room. To leave here, you go into that middle zappy thingy. So I'm going to take him to the kindergarten. The Chow Kindergarten. I'm going to show you, there's quite a few things you can do with your Chow here. Quite a few. One is the health center. Which is, it's probably a good idea to take him here. It's not like to get, he's not like sick. He says, no way it can't be. Your child's very healthy. So you can see his results where it'll tell you, like, his skills, and then it'll tell you personality, big eater. If you remember, he was the one that was, like, eating like crazy. He likes round fruit. There's different shapes of fruit. There's a lot of different fruits you can get for your Chow. He likes round fruit. So, if you go to the doctor, you can see, and you can also see his abilities, what he's ranked as. So, it's good to, like, so you know what your Chow. It's the only way you can tell what he likes, unless you just do like trial and error or something like that. I don't know. So I take him into the classroom now, and you can leave your Chow here for a while. says you won't be able to pick him up until he finishes his lessons, which you have to basically do one mission. Like, you can even do it from level select. You could do a mission you've done in the past. But you have to pretty much complete one mission, then come back, and your Chow will be done with kindergarten. Usually how it is. And the principal, he just gives you tips on what to do with your Chow. So if you're really new to this, and yeah, I'm not going to go through that long list saying everything, but you can see there's the Chow departure to say goodbye. You might have to say, no, I will never have to say goodbye. Yeah, voyage to a forest and live happily ever. And then he says you can be very sad. Yeah, I can be very sad, and I don't do it, that's why. So I'm going to leave the principal's office. Did anyone else see that statue in the background blink? Ah! Sorry about that. Okay, so now we're in the black market. And here you can see there is round fruit. There's also seeds, which there's no round seed, which I don't know why. But seeds, you can plant them in the garden. Well, you can't. You can give them to your Chow, and if your Chow is smart, he'll know how to plant them. You have to take him to school, and he has to learn, then he'll eventually plant the tree. And you also have to get him a water bucket and a shovel so he can dig it up and plant. It's a whole thing. But anyway, you can also just buy the fruit with rings. It just collects all your rings at the end. They all go there. And then the more emblems you have, the more stuff you'll be able to buy. Okay, I skipped ahead. I'm going through this really fast, I know. So I skipped ahead to when I just completed a mission and was able to come back and pick him up again. As you can see, it says I'm able to take my Chow out. He learned shake dance. Okay, Chowie. So, now I'm going to take him to the fortune-telling house, which I don't know why they call it the fortune-telling house, because she even says, I can't tell your fortune, but I can give your Chow a name. What? What does that have to... And no, I'm not naming him Melody. It's a him. Why would I call a him Melody? I mean, it's a nice name, but it's not a dude's name. You don't call a dude Melody. And then Chowaro? I don't even know how to pronounce that. So, if you keep clicking yes, she'll say it, but if you say no, you get to type in your own name. So that's what I did, and of course you know what I'm going to name my Chow. He's a little guy, he's a little dwarf, he's a Gimli. So, he is Gimli, the Chow. So yes, I like the name Gimli, and it's a good name. So, Gimli will be a good Chow. And you get an achievement for doing that as well, so congratulations if you didn't know how to name your Chow, which it actually took me a little while to figure it out. So you get Welcome to Chow World. Chow! That achievement, on the GameCube version, you had to put him in, well, you could have gone there, but I never did that. I always put him in the Game Boy, and then you could name him on there. And I never knew you could actually name him without that. So that was actually kind of a new experience for me, figuring that out. I know, I'm dumb. So, I set him in the water, because that's where he loves to be. Look at him, he's just so happy. Okay, so now I'm Dr. Eggman. Yeah, Sonic turned into Dr. Eggman. Actually, I went back and I just wanted to show you what it's like. So, if you're evil, and this is pretty much going to conclude it, you can just see, you can pet them with evil, and they'll become more evil. So this is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, so tune in to Gamer's Guide from... Gimli1357.com, our Gamer's Guide, and you'll watch more achievement tips, reviews, and guides, and videos, and reviews, and achievements, and guides, and shorts, and more achievements, and shorts, and comedy, and videos, and guides. Okay, so that's the end. Pretty much, bye.
Oh, it's the Chaos Emerald. It's a lot smaller than I expected. What?